Minnesota Children's Museum, a museum made for playing, for growing and learning, for becoming anything you want to be. A museum made for you and by you. A museum made for everyone. For more than 40 years, Minnesota Children's Museum has been a beacon of joy and learning. More than 12 million people have come to play and make lifelong family memories. The past 2 years have been tough on everyone. Families struggled. Many of us lost loved ones, lost jobs, and lost opportunities. Parents and their children have coped with many challenges.
My 3-year-old was quite young during the pandemic, so socially we had a really hard time.
My son was born 2 weeks before everything kind of went crazy.
The biggest challenge is obviously keeping them safe with all the uncertainties that were going on, as well as still keeping them engaged socially, emotionally, and keeping them on track developmentally.
Only interacting with adults and kind of how that's going to affect his social skills, that was a concern. Language, only being able to communicate with adults for some time and not being in school, that was a concern.
When everything was shut down, you weren't able to get out as much. You had to resort to more screen time just to keep them occupied.
As a parent, I was just very much concerned about the lack of social interaction and also the lack of tactile engagement, so not using their hands, not really getting active with what their schoolwork is and their engagement process, with what they would have done normally at school.
Over the last couple of years, it's been way too much screen time, so this has been a great outlet for us to get away and get some more healthy interaction with people and with, just some playtime.
Through it all, Minnesota Children's Museum has been there to support families, even when our doors were closed.
My son just squealed when we walked in here. He definitely feels free here, which is fun, and I don't worry about him getting into something he's not supposed to. So it's nice to just let him go crazy and just be him. We're probably here at least once a week and just having him be able to interact with other kids. And I really like how the museum, that you guys change out the exhibits so much, so there's new things for him to experience, and we really enjoyed that.
It's really nice to have them, playing with kids of all backgrounds. They're learning to communicate and learning to share and take turns and be patient while they wait for the slide. So there's a lot that they are learning.
They're happy, they're engaged, they're having fun and learning without realizing it.
I have been a member since I was a little girl here, since I was about 5 years old, so probably about 16 years now. This is my only child, but I do visit with my younger siblings. I have a 3-year-old sibling, so we come here a lot as well, and I appreciate how I was able to utilize the museum, especially during the pandemic, because there wasn't much open. It was nice to be able to get out of the house and still have somewhere safe and clean and friendly to bring the kids and do during the pandemic. All the kids are smiling, they're laughing. You see kids interacting with kids that they've never met before. You see kids interacting with adults. The environment is all around just very positive and happy.
A lot of what we've been looking for are activities for the kids to do that are not screens, but that are, especially in the winter and then in the dog days of summer when it's quite warm, things for them to do that are safe, that are creative, engaging, but are screen-free.
Just her imagination has gone through the roof.
We love the Children's Museum because
everybody wants to play.
Because everybody wants to play and have a good time.
Because you can play freely with your friends.
Because it's a great place to interact with kids our age and to learn and grow. Because there's great learning opportunities, there's great sensory activities, and just a really great way to expand their minds.
Because it's a fun place to be, and it's never a boring or dull moment here.
We love the Children's Museum because it's a place for all of our kids and all of their interests.
Your gifts provide access for low-income families and schools. Your support ensures our museum is a clean, safe, and state-of-the-art destination for learning through play. Your commitment allows Minnesota Children's Museum to serve all families for generations to come.
Thank you.
Thank you for supporting Minnesota Children's Museum.
Thank you guys for supporting the Minnesota Children's Museum.
Thank you for supporting the Minnesota Children's Museum.
Thank you for supporting the Minnesota Children's Museum.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. See ya. See you later, alligator.